Today's topic is about optimism. And optimism means that you expect great things in life. Now, how does that thinking actually develop? So my job today is to identify if you have pessimistic lifestyle or pessimistic mindset, and then how to shift from pessimistic mindset to a more optimistic mindset. See, if you feel pessimistic, it's likely that you are low in energy, you don't feel too powered up and excited most of the times, and you don't really feel engaged and excited in your life. You know, and there's a pattern about how people who have pessimistic mindset think, and there's also a pattern of how optimistic people think. So if you are more pessimistic, it's likely that all the good things that may happen in your life, you do not give yourself responsibility for those things. You do not think that if you are good at one thing, then you can also be good at other things. And you don't certainly think that those good things are caused by something which is a permanent trait of yours. It's caused maybe today by chance you got lucky. You know, you don't really think that it's because of some permanent awesomeness within you. So there's a pattern of how people think when they are in a pessimistic mindset. Whereas positive people think differently. They feel that all the good things that are happening in their life is personally because of them, because they are awesome. And if they are good at one thing, and that gives them a proof that they can be good in anything, or they are in fact actually good at everything. And they also don't think that the good things happen because they happen to be lucky today. They actually feel that the good things happen because it's a permanent trait of them. They're always doing something good in their lives. Now, I know it can sound a little bit complicated. Now, let me try to simplify it by giving you a small example. Now, imagine you cook dinner for people, and a lot of people end up really liking it. If you're somebody with an optimistic mindset, you will feel that you are a great cook. And you're not just a great cook, you also are great at a lot of different things in life. And you're not just great at a lot of different things in life, your greatness is permanent. You know, your greatness shows up everywhere you go. The excellence shows up in whatever you do. You are basically a walking and a breathing excellence and power. See, that's the mindset that optimistic people have when they do anything. And when they fail, now if you are an optimistic person, you will say that the meal was bad because you were not as prepared. You know, your trait is changeable. It could be changed. So if you were better prepared, you had more ingredients, the meal could have been awesome. You don't take things personally. You don't think that it happened because you're a bad cook. In fact, you really put the blame on the things around you, like, the ingredients were not available, or you were not as focused today. And notice that they feel that you are not as focused right now or today or in this moment. Generally, you're a very focused person, but just today in this specific moment, because you went to the gym or you were tired or you were thinking about some project that you had to do, so you were not just too focused in this moment. It does not define your identity. It does not define you who you are, but it does not define you as a bad cook. It just simply says that at this specific moment, you couldn't do as good in cooking because you were lacking certain ingredients and you were not at your best with your energy levels. And the third way they can interpret the situation is that, like, all the other meals that you've made and throughout the day or even throughout the week or months have been great. It's just today and this specific time, the meal didn't turn out that well. So that bad situation or an adversity does not define you who you are. Do you see how optimistic people can actually bounce back quickly when some sort of adversity hits them? And also when something great happens, they take full charge of it. They really feel responsible for the awesomeness, and how they actually feel that this awesomeness prevails in all their areas of their lives. And they also feel that it's a permanent trait. They are permanently awesome. It's not today or tomorrow or day after tomorrow, or they are only awesome like today or in the morning or just at work. They're actually generally a great person. Now let's dive into the pessimistic people. How do pessimistic people think? They interpret the situation. Now when something good happens to them, they don't take the credit for it. They personally feel that they're not the ones who are responsible for it. It's either, you were lucky, or somebody else helped you out, or that day happened to be pretty well for you and things just turned out well. So they don't take the credit for the good result. And they also feel that the good thing happens because it's just today maybe they turned out lucky. It's very specific to them, It's just today. They don't feel that they're generally amazing people to have done such a great thing, but they simply feel that today maybe they turned out kind of lucky, so they did something good or something good happened to them. And they also feel that something great happened to them only in this area of life. And it doesn't really mean that they're good in all different areas of their lives. So they have this specific mindset when some sort of a good thing happens, and they have a very temporary mindset when something good happens, and they have a very impersonal or very external mindset when something good happens. External means that they do not give credit to themselves, they give credit to something outside of them, some person, circumstances, situations, and they think that something great happened because it only applies to that specific time or that specific day. For example, just today. It doesn't mean that they're happy or great all the time or every single day. On the other hand, when something bad happens to them, they do the opposite. When something bad happens to them, they take the credit for it. They actually feel that it happened because of them. They take it very personally. And when something bad happens to them, they feel that if something bad happened to them in this area of life, it's probably that they're bad in all different areas of life, and bad things will happen in all different areas of their lives. When you say that I'm just a failure, that means that it's a permanent state. It's unchangeable. You cannot change it. Pessimistic people feel that they feel that bad things happen because of them, and bad thing happens because they have a permanent quality, like they're just failures, they're just bad people, or they're somebody who can never be too confident enough. And they feel that if bad thing happened to me in this area of life, it likely means that I'm going to be bad in all different areas of my life. If I sucked at a sport, that means I'm also going to suck at in math. I'm also going to suck at my relationship. I'm also going to suck at my business. So it just gives you an identity of a sucker, which is not the truth. Now, what specifically can you do to change your mindset from pessimism to optimism? You can simply start arguing with yourself, with your brain. Now, when something good happens in your life, become conscious of how your brain is interpreting the situation. Are you taking credit of that good thing that happened because of you? Are you thinking that if something good happened to you in that area of life, that also means that you are a good person? It happens in all different areas of your life, everywhere. If you are good at, if something great happened to you in this business, that it's likely that you can be great at sports. It's likely that you can be great at all the things that you do in life. And not only this, and also, do you think that the great things are happening not just today, not just at this time, but actually they happen all the time? And it's a permanent trait that you are a great person. The greatness happens because of you, and the greatness happens in all different areas of your life. And that will help you feel powerful when something great happens. Now, what if something bad happens? When something undesirable happens, understand that the reasons those things happened is not because you're a bad person. It's not because you can't be good at that. It's not because that you are not capable enough. It simply means that the reasons those things are happening are because of some external reason. Now, it's your job to find that what external reason could it be. It could be a bad mood of your boss. It could be bad weather. It could be some sort of a thing which really was outside of you. Maybe there was like a traffic jam on the way, or something that's not associated to you, something which is external. And also, if something bad happens, it doesn't mean that the bad things are also going to happen in all different areas of your life. Sometimes things just happen, and they happen for that particular day, for that time. It doesn't mean that they're going to happen in all different areas of life. And the last part is that those things, if something bad happened or undesirable happened, it does not mean that it's going to last forever. It's just something that you can change. You can do something about it, and it's just a very temporary phase. It's not something permanent that has caused this undesirable situation. I really hope that you got some value from this video, because I really feel that this is going to help a lot of people. And I know it can get a little confusing at times, but I would recommend you to watch it over and over again. And I've also put up a link to the blog post that you can go to and read in detail. And I've given some examples, and you can read those examples and you can change your thing and become an optimistic person. So thank you very much for watching this video, guys. I really hope that you liked this video, and if you did like the video, do not forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel and comment below. And also there's a link down there for the blog post. Do not forget to read it fully. It's really going to help you change your life and change your perspective. Thank you very much, and see you in the next video.